Hi, welcome to my channel. So this video is something that I've been wanting to do and talk about for quite some time. And I'm actually kind of shocked that not more people have done videos on this topic, especially twin flame readers and twin flame spiritualists. So this video is intended to help those on the twin flame journey to discern the reality of twin flames from the manipulation and the fantasies. And so I have put together a simple list of red flags and signs to look out for when you are looking for information that has to do with twin flames, okay? I feel that this really needs to be spoken about, and I feel that this can be a very confusing topic that should be addressed in a more practical way. Here is my list of 10 things to watch out for, and this is the cult versus twin flames, okay? That's what this video is going to be titled, because it has come to my awareness that the term and the idea of twin flames in general is being used, twisted, and even perverted into manipulating twin flames, whether they are real or false, into like this indoctrination into a cult-like mindset of beliefs or even environments, online or physical, okay? And so I feel this can be very dangerous. I also feel that this can cause real twin flames to really become lost, confused, even lose who they are at times, and really just separate from each other from this, losing who they are. And then I also feel that for others, false twin flames, this is something that can even really break their beliefs altogether in twin flames in general. Okay, and this is even true for real, true twin flames as well. So this is the type of stuff that give all the twin flame readers and all the twin flames a very bad name, and I'm going to address it in this video, okay? So here it goes. Number 1, they guarantee and promise you that with their help and their help only, that you will come into a union with your twin flame. And usually they give you a very, very short time frame and try to sell you something along with this. So they might say, buy my program and I promise your twin flame will be with you within 3 days like magic. Or, you know, buy my class and I'll teach you how to manifest your twin flame in front of you like magic, like right away. These types of things, okay? They promise you happily ever after, and they tell you that only they have all of the answers. They will try to convince you that everyone else is wrong, that again, only they have the answers, so everyone is wrong but them. And they will spend quite a lot of time and energy doing this by going across the internet, leaving condescending messages or comments on real twin flame readers pages, or anyone that is looking for information about twin flames, any twin flame tarot reading, any twin flame video. Okay, chances are that you have come across one of these comments, because they are everywhere. They will leave condescending messages or comments in an attempt to discourage those who have good intentions and want to genuinely help others, such as the true twin flames who are actually trying to help other people. These are people who are in union with their twin flame and genuinely want to help others on their spiritual path. But these types of condescending comments and energy can really discourage those who are trying to help, okay? And it also serves the purpose of recruiting people who are lost and looking for answers and insight into their connections, into their own twin flame journey. So that it serves as a double purpose, these comments and messages across the internet. It serves to discount the true twin flame that want to help others on their spiritual path, and it serves to recruit people into their community. Okay? So they want you to believe that they are the one and the only way to be closer with your twin flame, and they will go through great lengths to convince you of this, making up elaborate theories and hard to grasp concepts of simple affirmations. They do this to confuse you and to intrigue you at the same time, like a spider spinning their web on the internet, waiting for something to catch. The more they can confuse you with word salad, the more answers you seek from them. It becomes a vicious cycle. And of course, they always try to sell you an item or a class which guarantees a quick union with your twin flame within days. Okay, this is a number one sign to look out for. There is no quick fix. There is no quick path to union. Okay, there is no one person who knows it all above everyone else. Okay, there is no one person who has all of the answers. Okay. Of course, there's tarot readers, and we can read tarot, and we can read the energies, and we can be honest. Okay, and we can give advice based on our own experiences, right? But the truth is, no one single person has all the answers, and there is no single item or class that is going to bring you into union within your twin flame within days like magic. Okay, it does not work like that. Twin flame unions take a lot of processing, a lot of healing, and a lot of understanding about yourself and coming to an understanding about the world in general and in relationships. Twin flames is really a growth process between two people, and there is no force on that growth process. There is no quick growth. There is no like forcing it. It will happen naturally. Okay? So be very weary of people who try to steer you away and discourage other people, okay? Attack other people. You never know, okay? You never know if this is an attempt to steer you in the wrong direction, to manipulate your perception and a lot of other people's on the internet, okay? It's very easy to do nowadays with comments. Number 2, they tell you that they are the reincarnation of some deity, a God, or even Jesus Christ. They try to convince others that what they want is what God wants, and the only way to align with union with your twin flame is to align with their will, which to them is actually God's will. And this is what they want to convince you, okay? This one is unsettling to me and very disturbing because it is a narcissistic, sociopathic trait in character, and it simply cannot ever be true. God gave us all free will, and no other on this earth can have will over you and your spirit. No other on this earth can have will over your twin flame and their spirit. They will tell you that you are resisting God's will and you are resisting God himself if you don't do what they tell you to do. If you do not think and believe exactly what they tell you to think and believe, they will tell you that you are resisting God and his will. They want to convince you that they have this magical link with God that no one else has. And again, I just want to really emphasize the narcissistic character in this. Okay? So God already lies in all of us, whatever you want to call it, God, spirit, The universe already lies in all of us, in our spirit. It talks to us through our intuition, through your intuition, which will usually tell you when something isn't right for you. So this is a group that wants to take away God and what that means for you and replace it with them. They will give you a new one, okay, someone else to worship or obey their commands. Some even have churches worshiping themselves, like literal 3D physical brick and mortar churches. Okay? If someone else is trying to convince you that they have a stronger link to your twin flame than you do, this is not true. This is a lie. Okay? If someone is trying to convince you that they are your one and only way to God, that you must do everything that they demand you to do, down to your very thoughts. Okay, this is not spiritual. This is not religious. This is like cult indoctrination, and that is just the truth. Okay? And the truth is, this is sociopathic. We all have our link and our special connection to God, to spirit, and only your intuition is going to tell you what is right for you. Okay? Number 3, they make you feel very badly about yourself. The teachings that they give you have a very negative impact on your mental health. If you bring this to their attention, they will gaslight you. They will try to convince you that this is not really what's going on, or even try to turn and place the blame on you. Okay, the victim, into believing what you're experiencing is not really reality. They will then further gaslight you by putting the blame on you. They will tell you that everything that they're doing to you, all the gaslighting, that you feeling bad about yourself, okay, that this, whatever they're teaching, having a negative impact on your mental health is all love and light. They'll tell you there is no negativity. This is simply one of the ways that they avoid responsibility for what they're doing to others altogether. Remember that one of the greatest lies the devil has ever told is to convince others he doesn't exist. So what greater lie could be perfect for that than everything is love and light and there is no negativity, right? That's like perfect for darkness to breed. Okay? So if you ever have any concerns about how you're feeling and what's going on, besides the gaslighting, if you ever ask questions, they try to force their beliefs onto you and push you and degrade you into questioning yourself, questioning your spirituality, okay? Questioning who you are and what you believe. Trying to force the beliefs that they are right, that they are basically a reincarnation of God or some deity, and you must align with their will in order to be aligned with the universe's will or God's will, or even with your twin flame. And again, no one else is more aligned with your twin flame or connected to them spiritually than you, okay? And no one else is more connected to your personal relationship with spirit, God, the universe, whatever you believe in. No one else has that personal connection with them for you. That is something you have to develop for you. Okay, no one else can do that for you. But they will push you into questioning yourself because they will degrade you for not going along or resisting their will. So they will absolutely degrade you spiritually, physically, mentally, until they run you down mentally and emotionally, and you submit, you accept, and you agree to their beliefs. Okay? And if you still do not agree, they will publicly slander you, publicly demean you, create videos about you, attack you, okay? You might even be the topic of a few of their videos. And it's simply because you did not agree with them, or you did not submit and accept what they were trying to push down your throat. They will also send others to attack you. If you have a business, they will send people to attack your business, okay? Just because you didn't submit to their will, or because you disagree with them, or let's say you're having mental health issues that you bring up to them, and they try to gaslight you and tell you that's not what's happening. It's just love and light. And you still are like, no, I'm having mental health issues. This isn't healthy for me. I'm leaving this, or something has to change, something like that. They will attack you. They will attack your business, okay? And they will make up lies about you. So they will never actually address the reality of what really happened. Like, let's say you brought up the mental health issues to them, and again, they attack you, they slander you, they make videos about you. They will never actually talk about the mental health issue or anything like that. Okay, what they will do is they will share you in videos, and they will call you toxic, call you fake. If you're like another tarot reader or spiritualist, they'll call you a fake tarot reader, fake spiritualist. They'll call you negative, say you got negative vibes or toxic vibes, and that's how they know you're fake, whatever. Unawakened, to name a few, okay? But they will also make up lies and stories to go along with this, and they will spread it around with their minions, okay? Because the people that are there with them, indoctrinated into this whole thing, is their minions, and they believe that these people are aligned truly with God or the universe because they have brainwashed them, and so they will attack people when they tell them. They will believe the lies that they're spreading to their own detriment, okay? So I know this sounds really harsh, you guys, but this is the reality of this. Okay, let me tell you that the spiritual community is not all love and light. And if there's one thing I've learned from the 5 years of being on YouTube, it is that. And I'll probably be speaking a lot more about this going forward. Okay, I'll just be speaking a lot about my different experiences that I've had and what I've learned. Okay. So, yeah, this is definitely the slander, this love is light, the gaslighting, all of it is a cycle of emotional trauma followed by emotional blackmail, okay? So the emotional trauma is the gaslighting, is the failing mental health, okay? That is mental trauma that they are doing to you. When you feel that your health is declining, okay, over a spirituality or an idea or whatever it is, it could be anything that you're engaging in, and that's not healthy. And it is your body trying to tell you that this is not healthy for you. Something is off. So always listen to your body. And if you're struggling with your mental health and people are trying to gaslight you into believing that what you feel and what is happening is not happening, or trying to gaslight you into telling you that your mental health is not actually bad, that it's just love and light, right? And then slander you. They do not care about you. They are not trying to help you in your spiritual progression. Okay, so they are traumatizing you with the gaslighting. That's traumatizing emotionally. Okay, when they degrade you and push you into questioning yourself, that is emotional trauma. And when you don't accept, agree, and submit to their will, their beliefs, when they publicly attack you, that is the emotional blackmail. So this is 100% a cycle of emotional trauma followed by emotional blackmail. And it is 100% a cycle of abuse, okay? 100%. It can be extremely damaging, mind, body, and to the soul, and to your spirit. And if you speak honestly about them, or even, like, let's say you speak honestly about your time there, that something was less than pleasant, or let's say you're having questions about what's going on there, and you speak honestly about that, like even outside of the group. Let's say you leave them less than a 5-star review. Even this is enough to have you attacked publicly and like excommunicated from their community. Okay, the people that you once were communicating with, vibing with, connecting with, and having relationships with, caring about, are attacking you now because you spoke honestly. This is a system where they are trying to control you, body, mind, spirit, all of the above. If you say one single thing or idea outside of their system of beliefs, and it doesn't even matter if you're in this cult or not, if you say one thing that does not align with what they want you to say, if it does not align with their system of beliefs or understanding, there will be pretty much an army of mind-controlled followers ready to attack you and slander you at their enlightened teacher's word. Okay, and I have enlightened teachers in quotations. Okay, because they believe they're enlightened. They believe they're reincarnations of God or have this like special link. And I can tell you, like, as an empath, as a tarot reader, as someone who does readings for twin flames, we all have that link. We all have that link. So don't let anyone else tell you that you don't have it and you have to go through them, because the truth is that you don't. We all have it, and you just have to work with it. Okay, just like a muscle, right? Working with it, exercising it. Okay, that's how you strengthen that link. All right. Number 4, they try to convince you that abuse is love. When they mentally, spiritually, and emotionally abuse you, they tell you it is love and it is light. And that this abuse is actually what your soul needs to grow and heal. Actually, this is not the truth. This is a soul trap. This is a trap where they want to create like this trauma bond with you. And if you've ever heard about a trauma bond, it's where the victim will have feelings with their abuser. They will have feelings for them. They will start to care about them. They will defend them, okay, even when someone is trying to help them. Spiritually, I personally see this as a kind of soul trap. It is the abuser trying to trap like the soul of the victim, okay? And it takes a lot of strength to stand up to this type of manipulation. It really does. And just like an abuser, they will try to convince you that, this is actually love and this is what you actually need in order to be a better person or in order to grow, right? They literally dismiss all abuse and all rudeness that they have towards you and say that it's love and say that it's light, because everything is light. They completely discount all responsibility and any harm that they have done to anyone else. They try to convince you that pain and harm is not real. They blame you for the abuse that they are inflicting onto you. And then they go so far as even to tell you that the pain that you are feeling is not real. This is a deep psychological, emotional manipulation and gaslighting, okay, in order to control you. This is very much like a domestic abuser telling you that you are doing it to yourself or that you are hurting yourself. They have absolutely no regard for you or your twin flames' feelings or considerations. They will not and do not take that into account at all whatsoever. They want to create the entire reality that you live in. They also will encourage abusive ways of reaching out to your twin flame, like stalking or even harassing, because most of the time, a lot of these people are not in union with their twin flame. Most of the time, these people are blocked by their twin flame because they have been stalking them or because they've been harassing them, these teachers and these readers, okay? You know, and that's why I'm here reading the signs. And so they encourage this. They encourage stalking. They encourage harassing. They dismiss any concerns by saying only love is real, that everything else is fake. So even like if someone has like a protection order or a restraining order on someone, they will try to convince you that it is not real. These people do not care about you, and they're encouraging you to hurt the one you love even further, and they're encouraging you to commit crimes. And that is the truth. Okay? Which leads me to number 5. They will encourage you to commit crimes, okay? Especially crimes of like stalking, harassing, things of that nature. And they will try to convince you that it is not real, like we much discussed in number 4, or that you did it to yourself. And I feel like this is one of the most insidious things, is convincing you that, you know, the protection order or the restraining order is you putting it onto yourself, which I can see the logic behind that because you are twin flames. But I speak about this a lot on my channel, how we all have our own individual personalities, right? That your personality is not the same as your soul, okay? And we all have our own individual personalities. We are our own person, and we have to respect that in each other, because when we don't respect that, that is when abuse happens, crossing of boundaries. It's just not good. Okay, so we have to respect each other's space, and we have to respect even our twin flames, that they are another person on this world. Okay, twin flame, same soul or not. So they will encourage you to commit crimes actually against your twin flame, and they will tell you it's not real and that you've actually committed the crime against yourself. This will push your twin flame away from you. It will not bring them closer to you. It will only push them away, okay? They will try to convince you, again, that even court orders are not real, and they will encourage you to violate them, okay? Please don't do this, all right? Because if you do, you're going to get arrested. You're going to go to jail. Things are not going to look good for you, all right? And honestly, if you're feeling the need to commit a crime, or you're being encouraged to violate a restraining order or a protection order, you might want to be asking yourself at that point how you got there, okay? Number 6, they push you to jump into relationships very, very quickly without fully thinking it through. Without even knowing the person, really. And if you're not okay with that, they will assign you a twin flame, which means they will give you a twin flame. Okay, twin flames is not something that can be assigned. You cannot just assign someone or give someone a twin flame. This should be a major red flag. And no one should be pushing you to jump into a relationship. This is a desperate attempt to keep you into the indoctrination of what they are trying to set up. Twin flames are not meant to be an indoctrination cult, okay? So I do believe in twin flames and the reality of twin flames, and I love twin flames in the twin flame community. I've been in union with my twin flame for 17 years, and I know how hard it is, which is why I'm making this video. Regardless of how hard it is to make this video, you know, I think it's so desperately needed right now. Okay, so again, your twin flame cannot be assigned, and anyone who is trying to push you to jump into a relationship very quickly, this is even like if you aren't attracted to the person, even if you don't like the person, they will still try to push you to jump into relationships, or even try to convince you that random people and strangers are your twin flames to push you into a relationship with them. Again, it's a desperate attempt to keep their control over you. Number 7, they will forbid you from relationships with family, with friends, and from people who really know you and who love you, who have known you all your life. They will forbid you from speaking to them, from seeing them, from telling them what is going on in your life. They will forbid you from developing new relationships, making new friendships, okay? They will also forbid you from sleeping with anyone else while you are in a waiting phase for your twin flame. Okay, so this is a level of control over your life that nobody else should ever have over you. Okay, no one should ever be able to forbid you or ban you from relationships with your own family, with your friends, with, again, people who you love. They might even try to convince you that these people do not love you and that you really do not love them. This is very, very common in cults, okay, to isolate the person from their family, from their friends, and from anyone who truly knows them. And this really causes them to lose a connection to themselves. It's like slowly, without those familiar faces, to bring them back to reality, friends. It's like it's so much easier to lose their grip on reality and accept this delusion that is being pushed and forced onto them every second of every day. This also helps them to convince you that you have no one else but them. Okay, they want you to forget that you have a support system outside of them, so that you feel that you only have this group or only have this community. And if you step outside of it or speak in any way that goes outside of the box of their beliefs, okay, then you will be slandered. You will lose all of your friends in that community very quickly, okay? And so they really want you to be afraid of this. And again, this is another way that they really solidify that fear and control. And also, I think that by forbidding you from relationships with anyone else, this is their way of kind of stopping anyone from coming into your life and kind of trying to snap you out of it, you know what I mean? Or even speaking out against them, going up against them. So that's another reason why they do this. They do this to protect themselves. It's not to protect you. So while all of these are very disturbing, the last 3 are going to be probably the most disturbing of all, the most upsetting of all, because we have seen, going through this list that I have put together for you, this is a process, step by step, of how to slowly lose yourself, lose any connection that you have with your twin flame. Okay, your twin flame will look at you if you join one of these and say, I don't know who you are. Okay, this is a way to completely lose your soul connection with your twin flame. Okay, so I'm going to have to put a trigger warning on the rest of these. Okay, so fair warning. And And again, they are quite disturbing. All right? So number 8, they confuse you about your gender and or your sexuality, and they push you to do things that don't feel natural to you. If you resist this, they guilt you into surrendering, or they might try to align you, what they call aligning you into a new gender, sexuality, or even in some cases, they give you a whole new identity altogether. Okay, if you reject this assigned identity, meaning assigned by them to you, they berate you, belittle you, insult you, tell you that you are only afraid, that you are hiding your true self. Okay, this is mental torture. Okay, nobody should be pushing you to do anything that does not feel natural to you. No one should be guilting you into doing what they want sexually or creating a new sexuality. No one should be guilting you into a new gender. Quite frankly, your sexuality is none of anyone else's business. Your sexual identity is none of anyone else's business. And they have no business getting in that energy with you. They have no business telling you who you are. They have no business telling you what gender you are or assigning you one. They have no business assigning you a sexuality. They have no business doing this at all whatsoever. A lot of people accept this new identity that is pushed on them in fear of being berated, being belittled, being called names, being insulted. They will even try to tell you that you don't know who you are if you do not accept this new gender, sexuality, or identity. This, to me, feels extremely dangerous. And I don't know when it became okay to try to force people into doing things that doesn't feel natural for them sexually. But leave it to the spiritual community to do that. Or I would say the fake spiritual community, because please know, we are not all like this, okay? These are the frauds that I'm talking about here. And tarot spirituality is meant for you to be able to know thyself. It is meant to help you know thyself, not feel lost within yourself, not feel more disconnected from yourself, your identity, who you are. This is a warping of the whole system of spirituality, of tarot. It is not meant to confuse you. It is meant to help you get to know yourself on a deeper level. It is meant to help you understand who you are on a spiritual level, not assign you an identity. That is a huge red flag, and I suggest if anyone comes across that, please run. It's one thing for you to say, okay, I am physically a feminine, but my energy is masculine. It's one thing for you to say that. It's another thing for someone else to push this on you when you don't even believe that initially. It's another thing for someone to force feed that to you. In some cases, they will even give you a new name of the other gender. Okay, they will give you a whole new identity. This is wrong. No one else knows you better than you. And if anyone practicing spirituality or tarot is making you feel so confused in who you are and lost, then they are not helping you. They are not doing what they're supposed to be doing as a spiritual leader or teacher. They are wanting to be cult leaders, and they do not care about you. Number 9, they will try to convince you or brainwash you into believing that you are actually in the wrong body, and or that you are trans, or that you need to transition. They pressure you into medical treatments, procedures, and some of them are actually irreversible. This, to me, is so not right. Nobody can tell you, again, who you are. Nobody should be trying to convince you that you are in the wrong body. And I do know that there is a large segment of the population who feels this. But they have always felt that. It's not something that someone is trying to force on them. It's not something that someone is trying to convince them. That portion of the population has always felt that and believed that. Okay? If you ask them, they would probably tell you, no, I was born feeling like this. Like, this is the way I was born, right? So for someone else to try to convince you and pressure you that you are actually in the wrong body and that you need to have medical treatment, procedures, again, some of them irreversible, this is completely unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. So again, I feel that it's one thing for you to believe this and for you personally to make the decision that you would like to transition because you feel like you are in the wrong body, or, whatever your reasoning is. That's your reasoning. This is not about that. This is about someone else trying to force this on you, convince you into believing that you are in the wrong body, even going to the extent as doing hypnosis exercises with you, okay? And certain hypnosis meditations. And these meditations are centered on you believing that you are in the wrong body, or that you need to take these treatments and procedures, okay? Sometimes they will even try to assign you a twin flame that is the same sex, even if you are not interested in the same sex. And they'll try to force that on you. They might even try to then, after that, convince you that you are actually in the wrong body and try to force you into changing yourself, right? Even some of that is irreversible. So I feel like this is absolutely detestable. I feel like this is the most detestable thing. And I have read stories of people who actually went through this. So again, it's one thing to feel that you would like to transition. That's your life. That's fine. I have no problem with that. But someone shouldn't be pressuring you, bullying you with a whole community of people into medical decisions. That is your choice and your choice alone. And it is not spiritual to bully or pressure anyone into anything along these lines. And this also goes back into trying to force things that feel sexually unnatural. Try to convince you and push you and bully you into doing things that just do not feel natural to you, okay? So this is just, it really is like a mind control program, okay? That's what a lot of these groups are doing. Their meditations, their exercises are mind control hypnosis. All right, you can Google this. You can find a ton of information on this. You will hear people's stories. Okay, there's many, many more signs. There's many, many more red flags. Okay, So if you're interested, and I encourage everyone to look it up on your own, to do your own research on this, especially if you are looking for information on twin flames and you don't want to be misled. Okay, so this is my last point, which is number 10. They try to convince you to work for them for free. Okay, so this is like, brainwashing you to work for them for free, to use your precious time, your precious energy, to do what they want you to do, okay? Sometimes it's very, very close. The conditions, the environment, sometimes is very close to slave labor. And again, I've never been affiliated or had anything to do with any of these groups. There's nothing that I learned about twin flames from any of these groups. These groups are just coming into my awareness not too long ago, and yes, I have encountered them online. I have encountered the minions. I'm sure if you're a twin flame reader on YouTube, you probably have too. Okay? So they might also have a tiered or a pyramid commission for sales teams. They might tell you to sell things for them or recruit people on the internet and give you a commission for that that's very low. Okay? So they will have entire teams to go across the internet to recruit other people. And we've kind of talked about the way that they go about doing this as well. They will ask you to give up what is important to you, such as your career, your hobbies, your jobs, your interests. They will even ask you to give up your own diet. They will give you elaborate reasoning, which is just a method of control. Word salad is meant to confuse you further and feel inferior, because most of the time these things that they're saying are very simple little things that you could put in 2 words, okay? And they want to confuse you. They may ask you to join a camp, a commune, a complex, or a community. Okay, so I know that sounds out there. I know that sounds very far-fetched. But listen, it's really not, okay? It's really not. There are very, very popular twin flame communities, which I'm actually not going to mention in this video, but which you probably know or heard of, or a quick Google search will give you this information and show you who they are, okay? But these aren't the only ones. There is new groups following these people's footsteps every single day, okay? You will see them on the internet. You will see them speaking. You will see them using these tactics. You will see the comments. You will see the recruitments if you pay attention. All right? So all in all, this is an insidious system of total control over your mind, your body, and your spirit. It is a soul trap. It is an attack on you and who you are at every level, mind, body, and soul. Spirituality is not meant to make you feel badly about who you are. It's meant to heal who you are. It's meant to bring you to a place where you truly can know and understand who you are at a spiritual foundational level. That is what it's meant to do. It is not meant to make you feel disconnected. It is not meant to make you have like mental confusion, mental illness. It's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to heal those things, okay? Because spirituality can heal depression if it is looked at in the right way. There's so many people who talk about faith healing their depression, right? But that's not right for everyone. It really isn't. That is not right for everyone. Okay? So they might also discourage you from seeking mental help, because they don't want you to talk about what they're doing and really how detrimental. They don't want you to know how detrimental it really is on your mental health. Once you go to get mental health, once you've been in one of these, a doctor is going to see that. They're going to know. They're going to see how manipulative and cult-ish this really is. This is a cult. Okay? And a lot of these people, okay, on YouTube or off of YouTube. And I'm not saying there's all of them. There's so many wonderful, beautiful, really good intention readers out there that really, truly are gifted and want to help. But there are so many that just want to be a cult leader. And they have been shown the steps to do this. They know exactly what to say to get pushed by these minions and everyone else. Because if you say the right words, if you push their beliefs, they're going to prop you up. Okay? And if you speak truly and honestly, if it goes outside of what they are trying to push, they're going to attack you. Okay? And they want to create the impression that you don't know what you're talking about, or that, you know, again, that only their person is the know-all on this or on that. Please be wary of people like that. Okay? So spirituality should not cause depression. Okay, this is your mind trying to warn you that this situation is not right for you. Spirituality is meant to help you understand reality on a deeper level, to understand what's beneath all of this 3D, okay, to understand it on a deeper level than what we can just see and feel. And it is not meant to disconnect you from reality, let alone yourself altogether. So this is my video on twin flames versus the cult. Okay, I'm making this video because I truly do feel there's so many people who really are twin flames who get mind screwed through this whole thing. Fake people, okay, just looking out for themselves, and they do not care what damage they do in their wake. They do not care how much damage they leave behind. They do not care what depression they leave behind. And there's been people who have lost their lives to this type of ideology. Okay, there has been people who have lost their life, and it has been silenced, and it has been hushed by the twin flame community. So these people are narcissists, and narcissists really are not spirit. They are not connected energetically, spiritually, you guys. They are very connected to the 3D, okay? They have a lack of empathy. And so if you believe that they are more spiritually connected or tapped in than you are, this is false. This is a lie. Narcissists are very, very tapped in and actually bound by the 3D physical world. Okay, this is what they're bound by. So to believe that they are somehow on the spiritual plane, have the spiritual knowledge, is simply not true. Okay, so I hope that this video can help someone out there that has been struggling with this. Okay, and again, I encourage everyone to do their own research. It's very easy to find information on this. All right, and if you believe that this can help others, please share. Okay, that's all I'm asking. And so, yeah, this is my video on the cult versus twin flames. Thank you for watching. Bye.